I totally remembered to press the go live button before talking for 30 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to another Nexus Gaming Series matchup tonight featuring Div B East. It is the Protectors of Aiur against Surely We Scale. Blue team bans are going to be BOE and Garden. Meanwhile, the red team taking out D-Shire and Braxis. Looking forward to this matchup. It's a couple of teams I don't typically cast, so I'm looking forward to seeing some new shenanigans. Both these teams were trying to actually schedule a scrim for tonight and then realized that it was week 1 and they were supposed to be playing each other for reals. So this will be for at least some of the marbles for them. Looking forward to having you all here tonight. If you're interested in NGS action, Yoon is also streaming. So we have 2 casts going on right now. And if this match can somehow manage to finish in 2 hours, or rather in an hour, I'll cast another one. Because there is not much going on in my life. Nigel Good there taking us home. We have almost everybody in here. Just waiting on the last person to figure out their client mismatch. Alright, first map is going to be Infernal Shrines. We have the all ready here from both teams. Gonna get ready to draft some Heroes of the Storm here. Infernal Shrines. I talked a little bit about it the other day. The meta has definitely changed, evolved over the last year or so with these periodic updates that the janitor's doing for us. A lot less Joe, a lot less Hogger, a lot less Blaze. And now, kind of what we're seeing specifically in SL, you see a lot of Falstad bans, you see a lot of Thrall bans. As you see the Falstad ban there, Junkrat obviously still a very strong hero as well. One of the things that's being talked a little bit more in the EU scene is Deathwing, and how strong his auto attack build is, and it does seem like he is a little overtuned right now. Gonna be interesting to see if we see him tonight. But we see a couple strong map bans for each of the teams here. The Hogger, the Joe, pretty much usual suspects. We are going to see a Blaze right away, leaving Dahaka, Leo in the pool available for Surely We Scale. What's going on for real? Good evening. And wow, we see a couple heroes immediately picked that you don't typically see, especially on this map. I don't know if I've ever seen a Rainer, to be honest with you. But Tie-Dye grabbing the Rainer. We also have a Urel here, so both offlaners are already locked in, with, notably, Dahaka still available. Some people with the Dahaka change don't see him as strong. Maybe a little bit slower to rotate in some situations, but still, I think, a very strong map, specifically on this. And just really a lot of good engage and flanking options for the Dahaka here on Infernal Shrines. First tank taken, going to be Garrosh. And white main there snagged by Sergeant Scoops. Linehouse with the Prime. Thank you very much for the 3 months, Linehouse. Already saying you're welcome. We see a Tassadar band. Again, both these teams have played each other in the past. They are scrim partners, so they know their hero pools. They kind of know what to expect. That's why some of these target bans, things like Junkrat and Tassadar, are banned here relatively early. And then we also see a Stitches ban. Now, if you're a Garrosh, you're feeling pretty good, because Raynor doesn't exactly have what I would call kill pressure on the Garrosh. Just very good sustained team fight damage, but into a Garrosh, once you unstop the Q, it's kind of free real estate. We do see Nanubarak, and we have a double auto attack DPS front here for Surely We Scale with the Sylvanas, who's also in just an incredible spot. I think, I don't want to necessarily say overtuned, but you can feel the damage more so than before. Rounding out the team, we have the other Terran, we have Tychus, and then maybe more appropriately, we have Tracer, grabbing Tracer. I'm going to try to take a phone call from my dad here while this draft finishes. Alright, perfectly timed phone call from my father. From left to right tonight in the blue trunks, we have Protectors of Aiur. E-Day 15 on that Blaze. Sergeant Scoops on White Main. Tracer playing, guess what? Tracer. Like Tech, AIP Like Tech on the Garrosh. And bringing up the rear Pina Colada there on the Tychus. From right to left, we have Shirley, We Scale, Simeon on the Jimmy Raynor. Memes playing the Anubarak. The USAE, excuse me, Sanger on the Brightwing. Ulysses? Close enough. On the Urel. And Tie-Dye Tights on the Sylvanas. As we take a look at our level 1 talents here in an early team fight. Stun onto the Urel. Q talents for the side of Garrosh. And we do have Exterminator Raynor, so gonna be leaning hard into the macro side of things is this red team with that Sylvanas, but going for the Might of the Banshee Queen over W build here. Looking for a throw, does find one there onto the Nubarak. Tracer taking a lot of damage from the Sylvanas W there. Pity the Frail. Rip US Army Esports, yeah. It's still nice to see them around every once in a while. Most of them. Red team pretty much has the camp advantage this entire game with the Sylvanas, with the Raynor. They're going to have a lot better time clearing camps over the Tychus and the Tracer. Plays in that mid lane clearing right now. Urel alone up top. Slight EXP lead for the blue team, but in the other stages of the game that don't matter much. Gibbs, I half read your message. You should convince Candy this is a coaching session and trick him into casting. I don't think that's gonna work. The flanking Tychus. Garrosh zones the camp. Blue team gonna be able, excuse me, as I yawn through my words. Blue team gonna take this bottom camp. Interesting, we see bigger they are here from the Tychus. So no Master Assassin. That leads me to believe it's probably gonna be Drill. And both teams now already heading to that top Bruiser camp. I say already, but the first shrine is active. It's going to be topside. Jimmy Raynor here. Curious to see if he sticks around. No, he's not going to. Blaze is going to come down here and catch this wave for them. A lot of damage onto this Urel. Really solid damage there. Going to get a shift in, though. Ulysses does have that tap available. And as both teams here finish up this camp, and the objective spawns, blue team is going to be first to it. Offlaners are going to be split pushing, collecting soak, trying to get their level 7s, trying to get that little bit of advantage for this first team fight. We see Syl only at 7 stacks. Let's see how this plays out. Garrosh looking for a throw, immediately gets interrupted. Tracer doing a little bit of poke damage, so Tracers do best. Grenade connects to the back line. Now we have a throw over the top onto the Sylvanas. She's going to be able to E out, but does have the Pulse Bomb on her. First blood going over to the Tracer and the blue team. Big stun by the Blaze. Is there more? Simeon getting low. The stun by the Blaze and the slow is good. Simeon at 79 HP and a dream. Brightwing will escape. Urel continuing to soak for her team. The goat with a giant hammer. Nice engage there from the Garrosh, using these upper flanking bushes to his advantage. Getting a nice throw there on the Sylvanas. Now we have a Frozen Punisher coming in. Is Simeon gonna take the jump here? No. Good choice not to. Blue team gonna work on getting the walls down here as quickly as possible. the Frozen Punisher stuns a couple members of the red team here. Now that the wall is down, this jump becomes very scary. The Anubarak's going to try to jump it. He's telling the team to get away from him. Doesn't quite jump it. Throw is in time. Brightwing looking to shift in, and will do so effectively. Pulse Bomb misses. And it looks like the red team has held quite effectively throughout this first Frozen Punisher. You're expected to lose your wall, your couple towers there, with that Frozen Punisher. You're all hopping away. Looks like red team's going to stay top, potentially. Oh, look for a pick here onto the Tychus. Nice stuns here from Memes. The poly is good, not able to dash away. And first blood over for sure Louis Scale. But here comes Garage, gets the Brightwing over the wall. Is the wall going to come down in time to save it? Anubarak going in, getting some beetles in there too. The Brightwing will fall, and now the Blaze is here. Urel's coming up as well, but it's still a 3-on-3. They trade 1 for 1. But I think that ultimately was still good for the red team. They got a little bit of siege in. Brightwing's going to be able to shift back in. And as level 10s come online, we are going to see Odin from Tychus. Taunt from the Garrosh. Pulse Bomb slow. No, Sticky Bomb, excuse me. Bunker. And Divine Reckoning. I don't know what that one's called. What do we get? Yeah, Divine Reckoning. Blue team's going to start this camp already, but both teams now have level 10s. What's nice for the blue team is that they have everybody here, which means red going to run it down top. This is kind of what I thought they might be doing. Still split push. The Rain is split pushing here with the Jimmy. Good job here by the Anubarak. Tychus trying to come in here and look for an engage. Doesn't quite have that 13, so it's going to be hard. Ulysses is going to have to boop the enemy team away. Nice. Really well done there by the Urel. Booping that Blaze. Cocoon onto Tracer. It's going to stop this engage from getting what they were looking for. Level 10s, we've already seen a little bit there. We saw the Hyperion. We see the Blink. Ardent Defender. Deafening Arrow? Wailing Arrow, rather. And Cocoon from the Anubarak. Couple outs yet still available. Simeon giving him the pepper, as it were. They try to look onto the Garrosh, but now it's a little bit scary for the Anubarak. It's a very favorable matchup for the Garrosh here. If a noob comes in, misses stun, or at least gets unstopped, you throw the Anubarak over the wall, over your shoulder, if you will, and there's really not much that he can do to escape. Red team's going to do their top bruiser here. Blue team going to start their siege camp in the mid lane. Both teams very close in XP, very close in kills, obviously. Those do go hand in hand most times. And the blue team is going to start this first objective here and get an early lead, but the red camp will be pushing the top lane and looking for the first fort of the game. Red team doesn't really seem too interested in going for this objective, and I'm not entirely sure if that's the plan or they're just trying to look for an angle here. But here comes Garage, here comes Blaze, looking for a big stun and finding it. Brightwing able to blink out. Hyperion comes down. Tracer looking for something, but only finds a minion. Bunker used. Hyperion continues to rain down. Simeon doing a nice job peppering up the Tracer. That's his job. Make sure that the Tracer doesn't get much value. Taunt immediately onto the Urel. Another stun will follow. Ardent Defender, though, does get off in time. It's a beautiful cleanse from the Tracer, and Garrosh is the first to fall. Tracer's going to walk away. Red team looking for more. Ulysses jumping over the wall. Sergeant Scoops with a decent amount of mana yet available. And the red team is going to get this next objective. And they're teasing potentially getting this top fort as well. Another nice engage here from the Anubarak. Pina Colada getting really low. Is he going to be able to get out? Oh my gosh, the white mane. What a play there from Sergeant Scoops. Able to keep both. Pino doesn't even need it back. He's at full health. Yeah, like he says, just white mane things. Really well done there by Scoops. Keeping both himself and the Tychus alive. But the red team now getting that top fort and will be pushing down this middle objective. Blaze catching the engage here. Nice unstop. Ooh, and a big Q there from the Garrosh. Completing that quest with it as well. A little bit of a misclick there from Sanger onto the wrong target. But it's a big stun there by the Punisher. Let's see, taunt coming out right away. Tychus, though, the bigger they are, immediately taking out that Nubarak. So 3-2 in kills as the red team going to... Why do I keep getting a weird... I'm getting a weird bug on my observer. It's like it's targeting something? It's really strange. I don't know if I can... It's like I'm trying to select an ability. I don't know. It's weird. It keeps coming up, though. Anyway. Blue team gets the red team's siege camp. They're going to start bottom right away. Blue team does not have great siege potential. They really need to win these team fights decisively. I mean, Odin is something. Oh, Blaze is top, and this is a very scary engage now. Like to see a Cocoon onto the Garrosh. Nice unstop there. Sergeant Scoop's going to have to do what he can yet again. Now gets a Cocoon. Nice ult there from the Urel. And how does Scoops get himself out of this one? Is he going to have time? No. Beautiful poly from the Brightwing. Going to make sure that Scoops cannot escape again. And a nice engage, recognizing the 4-on-5 here. The throw attempt from the Garrosh is not going to land. Nicely done there from the Tracer. And Tychus getting a kill. Now tie-dye tights, not having the E available. Big stun from the Blaze. E-Day 15 looking for more. Simeon going down as well. Tychus collects the 3-piece chicken nugget. And it's a really nice counter engage there from the blue team. Sanger going to try to get out in time. And again, even with this amount dead, their siege potential is just kind of that. They should be able to get this fort at this point, though. Maybe. Ooh, nicely done there from Sanger. Taunt is down. Good attempt there. We do see Untouchable from Tracer. So is that 20% additional damage? Yeah, 20%. Up to 25 if you fully complete that quest. He's scooping out of his mind. Scooping up that mana. Turning it into green stuff. Surely we scale going to get their camp out here. Blue team yet again going to be first to the objective. And I like to see what they're doing here. It looks like they're just going to try to poke this down. Urel showing mid. They should know they're relatively safe to take this tower down. And this is going to be the first fort over for the blue team. Wise decision here by POA using that Talenteer advantage. And now level 16s are online. They try to go immediately after the Blaze here. But the red team has the flank. Tychus getting in there and slowing everybody. Taunt connects, but doesn't really do much. The shift is already down. Ulysses is now going to start absorbing. Everybody hopping in that bunker. They're having a bunker fun time. That's the same Discord, right? Maybe? I don't know. It's Terran related. StarCraft adjacent. 250 stacks there from the Sylvanas is relevant. Blaze going top with the Tracer to clear. They're actually full giving this objective. Right? Yeah, I'm really surprised to see that. Like, they just hard gave this. Big engage here onto the back line, immediately onto the Tychus. Garrosh throwing out the silence arrow, not going to do much but scare the Tychus away. Garrosh's cocoon, but the White Mane has a ton of healing. Big pulse bomb from the Tracer. Now it is a 5-on-5. Huge stun from the Blaze in the top lane. Simeon the first to fall, Brightwing to follow. Only 8 left for the red team, but it looks like they are not going to be able to find the required monkey butts to get the objective going their direction. How quickly the blue team came down. They full cleared top and then came down and just kind of ran at him. 9-3 in kills. Level 20s around the corner for Protectors of Aiur. Red team's gonna have a little bit of an uphill battle from here on out. Hopefully they can take care of their keep enough not to lose it, but there could only be one bunker fun time. Fair. Sylvana's now going to start whittling away at this Punisher. It is a mortar. I think I would have liked to see mind control here instead of the arrow. I guess the arrow for the white means good too. Yrel waiting in the wings, looking for an engage potentially. Garrosh looking for an engage. Past the objective here, but this this keep is still alive. Red team's gonna want to look for something here. Or potentially they just yeah, they're just gonna be content getting 20s at a later date. Blue team running away. This bot tracer is pretty good. That's funny. That's a good joke. Yeah, he must be pinged to the Tychus. He's always around him. Red team is able to sneak their camp here down 2 levels. Pretty bold strategy, Cotton, but it ended up paying off for them a little bit. Nubarak's really doing a nice job getting vision for his team. Now with level 20 Odin about to be up, I kind of want to see them just push this keep. I would literally just Odin this. Yeah. Yeah, I like this a lot. Rainer's going to throw down an ult to try to discourage this, but ultimately, Thor does beat Marine most days. Yeah, I like the look. It's still a 4-on-5 here. Blue team is looking. Nice Q here from Simeon. Jimmy Raynor feeling himself right now, but now, yeah, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. The counter engage. Taunt not going to find anything. Sanger able to blink out of there. It's a huge silence there from Sylvanas. 75 HP is not going to be enough for the Brightwing. Yrel trying to come back now. Is this an end angle? I don't know. Maybe? No, probably not. But Raynor getting a little too cheeky. What are they doing? What? Hello? Building? Nope, camps. Alright. Anyway. I mean, they could have taken this building too. Like, you did the camp. Team. Alright. Blue team's gonna start the objective. They surely get it. It's another Frozen Punisher. This camp is still alive somehow. Okay, it finally dies. It's been doing the Lord's work here. And now Sylvanas, I mean, yeah, they're gonna just take a building. Brightwing coming down to help as well. I don't know how much the support they're gonna have other than moral. And I really want to see the blue team stepping up. They're giving this. Yeah, we Odin. Start pushing this, and you 39 this. Honestly. You send somebody back to defend. Once they back this, you 39 this, and then you push. But they're going to get 2 forts for this. Really like to see this play out of Surely We Scale. But this is going to be a Frozen Punisher. It's going to be quite scary. The red team's going to have to full back now. But if they can hold this keep, they're in a pretty okay spot, honestly. They got to level 20s. One team fight going to decide this whole thing. With the Raynor and the Sylvanas, they have ending potential here if they get a team wipe. They just need to do it. Sylvanas having to pop that unstop immediately. Big stun by the Blaze, but there's no follow-up. Punisher going to jump out of the rail. Raynor doing a good job at keeping the Garrosh away. And we have a very unfortunate pause from the blue team. So, I guess we will go to map screen while we wait. All right. We're coming back. Can Caster see our chat? Yes, I can, friends. Alright, game resumes. Taunt is down. Maybe a bit of a misclick there. Raynor getting run down. Red team able to hop the Immortal, or rather the Punisher, into the mid lane there. But he hops onto the Nubarak and he cannot live through it. However, 4 people in the bunker now. For the blue team, they are able to peel out of there. They did lose the Tracer. White mane looking for some mana. Is finding quite a bit of it. Now almost full mana. Is going to be able to fight this a little bit more effectively. The camp in the mid lane is doing a little bit of work. Ulysses trying to run him down. Looks like the red team wants more, and blue is content running the hell away. This middle wall continuing to get chipped down. They must have the mount speed, right? Is there something that makes Urel faster? I don't know why Urel looks fast there. Next objective is in the bot lane. Surely will end for whatever team does get it. Slight advantage, I would say, to the blue team, considering there is no keep here. But red team does have a tap if they need it, so notable benefit to them there. Surely we scale grabs their camp here. Blue team looking potentially for an engage. And they are going to find one. They try to get tie-dye tights here. He's going to be able to get out of there. Oh, boy. Holy, Sanger going to get in there and get out? Yes, he is. And now what a turn here from the red team. Urel, or excuse me, the white man popping that ult. Getting a ton of mana. Everybody getting healed up. Going to have to pop the Fender here in a moment. Gets out just in time. And now a counter engage. Silence arrow from Sylvanas. Garrosh getting low and will go down. Raynor and Sylvanas pushing forward with their auto-attacking buttons. And doing what they can. E-Day getting low. Still continuing to chase it down. Tychus, nice job here with the Q talents. Trying to disengage, but Simeon will not slow down. Raynor wants revenge. Interrupts the blaze stun there. As he tries to escape. But big camp here. And 2 Katas need to be dealt with for the red team. Urel is back to take care of that now. Trying to look for an engage from the Nubarak. Not going to find anything. We do have Rewind. Makes a Nubarak very scary with that level 16 talent. No Garrosh here. I don't think you have to be super greedy, but they're looking for tie-dye here. Gets a nice stun. E-Day does. No follow-up damage. Tracer. Whew. The damage from Syl now fully stacked, and the healing makes Sylvanas a very gnarly healer, or DPS rather, to deal with. Looks like they're going to comfortably take the siege camp as Garrosh tries to mosey his way back. Urel clearing one more cat atop, and they'll be heading for this objective. Taps are available. But it looks like, wow, red team giving up all his position. Oh man, don't want to have to back here. And now this is scary. Yeah, just run away from this. Gonna close the talents here so we get a look at what is potentially the final fight of this game. Level 22s. Online, 22 minutes into the game. Throw by the Urel doesn't find much. Sanger is in there. Oh, Sanger is actually lagging, and that's why he's run into the middle of the team and is able to blink out just the nick of time. Yeah, it's going around. We have a disconnect. Alright, we will jump back into the map screen again. That was one of the most spicy positionings I've seen Brightwing in a long time, and thankfully he wasn't punished for it. This would have really just ruined the game. Alright, we will go to this and go to album. And we will wait for Sanger to come back.
Oh, I went.
Alright, looks like we are ready to go again. We will switch back over to the match screen. This potential final fight about to get on its way. Looking for a countdown here from the blue team, and then we will, or red team rather. And here we go. Urel, 10 seconds off from having the ult. Raynor immediately dropping the, what's it called? The Hyperion down. Throw onto the Garrosh, immediately taunted, immediately gets pulse bombed. And now red team playing without a tank. And they have to fight this. I mean, you can't... I don't think you can just give. I guess they're going to just give. This camp and 2 Katas are going to get this keep if blue team doesn't peel off. And it looks like here they're finally going to make their stand. But it's a little too late. Oh, you're all able to jump out. Never mind. I don't know how that hero works, man. I know she jumps. I know she heals. Sanger able to blink away. Doesn't get a stun onto Sylvanas. Immediately bunkers here. But, what if you could just try to base race? That would have been interesting to try, but surely no. The Punisher. You have to drag the Punisher into the mid fort. Oh, no, but you can't both get hit by it. Big stun by the Blaze. And Tracer going in and securing the kill onto Urel. Now here comes the Odin. It's level 20. It's got nukes, 2 Katas in the bot lane as well. The core, it's 96% and dropping fast. Good job getting the Punisher to jump away. But the Tracer Pulse Bomb, going to be enough damage to scare the Brightwing away from assisting the team. The Blaze will fall, but so will the core. GG's come out. Protector's Fire wins game 1. Excellent first game here. A lot of back and forth. Both teams hitting 20. Both teams having a chance to win the game. Leading the way in damage was Pina Colada on Tychus. Tie-dye tights on the Sylvanas for the red team. Urel and Blaze, the offlaners, doing what they do best for their respective teams. Just a great, great first game. Very, very even teams. It feels like you can tell they're good scrim partners. The bot tracer doing bot tracer things. Let's see what level this tracer is. I'm gonna guess 250. 192. Okay, not bad, not bad. That's 3 times more than any hero I've played. Definitely showing proficiency on the hero though. That is for sure. Very good pulse bombs. Very good follow-up damage as well. Great to see. Alright, so we will go back to our map selection screen here. We will give POA their hard-earned point on the board. The red team picked map, but blue team won it. So now we'll wait for the next map. All we do, if you gotta use the restroom, now would be the time. Grab a drink. Grab a snack. Let's see how the other match is going tonight.
Meanwhile, the other team is taking their camp. Now Blaze is the one who doesn't have mana. This is easy. We have Protectors taking their camp. Now Martel is with high mana. He can easily kill Blaze. The Blaze is still with low of mana. With low of mana. We have 4 people or 3 people rotating bot and 2 people on the top. Blaze is going mid because of mana. Oh, if you're trying to connect on the ult.
Oh, lobby was posted and I wasn't ready for it. We are going to Alterac Pass. This is going to be picked by Team 2. So that would be the red team. They are plotting. Okay. Alrighty, we got the all clear from one team. And we immediately jump in. I didn't notice both teams were ready. Here we go. First ban, gonna be Junkrat again. More of the same. See if any respect bans come out. We do see Falstad immediately slammed in the banned category. Slammed in the ban. No Hogger. And kind of feel like they should ban the Tracer, but they're gonna ban Johanna instead. And, yeah, more of the same. E-Day gonna grab the Blaze immediately. I would take the Nubarak and Rhaegar. Instead, okay, well, they're just running it back. It's Trainer, it's Yrel. And we're gonna see, what, Garrosh and Tychus? Garrosh White Man. Alright, well... Why use many heroes when few heroes do trick? Hey, Miss Windupbird. Good to see you. Zagara taken off the map. And Stitches. I mean, it is like it's Groundhog's Day. I mean, it's just the same damn thing. They take a Nubarak here and what was their healer last game? Brightwing? Oh, okay, okay. It's a different healer. It's Anduin. Thank God. Something different. And, I mean, Tracer still looks pretty okay here thus far. And Tychus also pretty okay. So, let's see what they do. It's the same draft. It's the literal same draft. And what, Sylvanas? Ooh, there we go. Alright, alright. We've got some Terran, again, representation on both of these teams. We have the Blaze, the Tychus, the Rainer, the Sergeant Hammer. For those fans of Winter Gaming, you can hear him screaming, Terran, in the background. Well, I was already rooting for Surely We Scale because, frankly, I wanted Game 3. But also seeing as POA just did the same draft, now I'm definitely rooting for Surely We Scale. But up 1-0 from left to right in blue. It is Protector's Fire. E-Day again on the Blaze. Lick Tech again on the Garrosh. Shards and Scoops on Whitemane. Pina Colada on Tychus and Tracer on Tracer. On the right-hand side, a slightly different variation of heroes. We have Sanger on the Anduin. On the bottom lane, we have Simeon on the Hammer. Tie-Dye Tights playing Rainer. Memes on that Anubarak and Ulysses on Urel. We have all of red team starting top lane, which could only mean that dun 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 dun. Oh, and blue team knows. They know. Wait, they don't know. They're all going top. But what? But it's a trap. He's down here in the bottom lane. And it's right at this point they're going, son of a bitch. We should have known. Blaze gets interrupted. You got one auto attack up. They got more value from this one beetle in a couple of Rainer shots than they did this whole charade of Hammer being bottom. But nonetheless, the mental game was definitely won. Let's take a look at our level 1 talents as both teams finish up their siege camp. Red team noticeably quite far ahead. And thanks again to them drafting DPS that are just honestly better at doing camps. We see Exterminator here. Oh, and a little bit anti-synergy. Now Garrosh could just throw the Anub over the wall. Doesn't quite get it. Are they going to get the kill? No, Whitemane is there in time. Anubarak needs that pull. Tychus still looking for more. He will find only disappointment at the end of that minigun. And as the red team empowering those minions with that Rainer, doing a fair amount of damage to the mid wall. Only 2 minutes in. Garrosh looking for a throw, doesn't quite find the Jimmy. Urel on the back line. Maybe looking for a boop onto the Tychus. Nope. Urel just here to help clear. Meanwhile, the 1v1 in the bottom lane. This is a pretty okay matchup for the Blaze. Yeah, you're going to be able to see them poke down the Sergeant Hammer rather effectively. I mean, it's not like it's a hard counter. It kind of is a hard counter, honestly. Attack speed slow. Pretty good. But we have a 3-man rotate here for the red team. Here comes Anubarak looking for a stun. Not going to find one. But what they will find as Raynor goes to the camp now. So the Hammer's not being nearly as aggressive as I was expecting the Hammer to be. I expected like a Storm League level, or a, yeah, like a Storm League level of Hammer, where you're just absolute degeneracy, sitting here, like hitting the building this way, like all kinds of shenanigans you could be doing with Hammer, specifically on this map. Raynor completing the camp there. Blue team has just started here, so they're going to be nearly a full camp ahead here in no time at all. And this is why you grab a Nubarak on this map. If only the nerf to the map itself, only having one little minion, if you will, to deal with is quite nice. And I'm surprised to see him bail so early. He was really in no danger. But they'll take their 10 seconds and get out. Tracer soaking level 7s here. Looks like blue team's going to get there beforehand. But really strong macro from the side of the red team. They're going to be able to get both towers and this wall down. Pina Colada getting really low here. Almost surprised that you don't see a Nubarak dive in, but I know Garrosh do be scary. This time from the Tychus we have dings. Nubarak trying to be cheeky yet again. The Beetle kind of winning this fight. Almost. They're getting there. They're getting there. Reyna's going to have to deal with this mid-camp there as he cues the Tracer in the face. But the blue team will start this objective. Really nice spell armor there from the Nubarak, able to save his own life. Hammer is able to move now. Is he going to start moving up to try to stop this cap from happening? 8 seconds to go. Red team looking for an engage. Garrosh very contentious, throwing him out. Urael looking to bully their way in. A lot of engage and damage going onto the Blaze. Blue team secures the objective. Stun onto the Garrosh from the Anduin. Tracer getting really low. Does blow up. First blood, actually. Going over to the red team. Pina Colada able to escape. Nice sidestep there. From the Tychus. But the troops are going to be storming down the lanes here. Red team does have very good wave clear. This is not going to get a whole lot of damage done. Ultimately, their map state is a lot better. Yeah, Hammer on this map is pretty strong. And aside from the Blaze, they really don't have a good way to deal with it. Speaking of Blaze, he's going to rotate down to the bottom lane. Good damage here on the mid towers and wall. Blue team. Woo, nice stutter steps there. Spell armor is going to be enough to save the Nubarak. No, it's not, excuse me. Nubarak actually will fall. And now Tracer running down the Anduin as well. Let's see what blue team decides to do with their advantage here. Napalm strike. Take a look at our level 10 talents here from the blue team. It's going to be Warlord's Challenge. Bunker. Ooh, really nicely done there from Simeon. And now Blaze is in a little bit of trouble. Does have to pop that bunker. E is still available. Good body blocks here. The root from the Anduin not going to connect. That might have been a kill. We see Odin, again, the Sticky Bomb, Divine Reckoning. Cocoon, Light Bomb, Raynor's Raider, and Ardent Defender from the Urael. So a little bit more of the same from the blue team. He's going to have to get the boop here. Does get the boop. Really well played there. From the Hammer. That's going to allow red team to relatively free clear this objective mid. 44 stacks on the Uh-oh. Raynor, yeah, he's dead. Raynor's dead. Sanga's trying to get to him for a pull. He can't quite get in range. Tychus in the back line, and now Urel's going to have to probably boop her way out. Gets the absorb. Really nicely done there, but unfortunately, yeah, I don't think Ulysses is going to be living that. Tracer living up to her name. And, you know, doing Tracer things. But, not for nothing. This building is super dead. So they lose 2 people, but they gain a fort. Honestly, kind of worth. Blue team starts the objective here. They start to push top as well. He's trying to stop the cap, but I don't think they're gonna... I mean, they don't have 13s. This is kind of suicidal for them to be here. But if they get the stop, it's really good. If they get the stop, it's insane. Wow, they do. They're actually able to bully him off here. They go onto the garage. He's able to pop that unstop. Now the taunt onto the Anubarak. Big stun in the backline from Ide. Anub the first to fall. Tie-dye tights going in with that light bomb, but Sanger trying to, yeah, not going to be able to run away. Tracer running him down now. Blaze, another big stun onto the Raynor. And that's going to be a 3-0 in favor of the blue team here. Red team has a really awkward damage profile, kind of tank synergy, whatever you want to call it. The Anubarak is trying to dive in, maybe with a light bomb. Urel might be back there too, but Raynor is front to back, and Hammer is front to back. So you kind of have to play within the confines of your Sergeant Hammer, and you haven't seen them do that yet. They're very much diving, trying to engage onto them, and while the stuns are landing and overall the button pressing is good, the damage just can't get there. And that's where you're starting to see the red team kind of struggle a little bit in these team fights. Raynor's going to head bottom. Urel trying to clear mid. Top lane's going to be pushed here from the blue team. Garrosh wants this wall down. He wants to get in there like swimwear. Big engage there onto the Hammer. Another taunt from the Anubarak, and the Anubarak is not having a fun time here. 100 HP. He is able to get away, though. Now we look for a little bit of a counter engage. Nice throw there from the Garrosh. Divine Reckoning is down. It's still a 4-on-4. Light Bomb connecting to the Garrosh, but actually does get unstopped. Cannot unstop, though, the root from Sanger. Really nicely played there. And as now the blue team gets their 16s, Red has a chance to answer. They have 30 seconds to fix their map, 30 seconds to get the camp out, try to get 16s, and wait the next team fight. What an interesting Raynor build. Raynor starts this objective. Or boss camp, I should say. Let's see if blue team's going to be able to sniff this out. See if they go top or what they're going to do here. Looks like after the siege camp, they're going to be rather content just clearing mid. Yep. And they still need their 16s here. Blue team looking to collapse. Raynor's in a lot of trouble. He needs pull. Yeah, really well done there. 16s are almost online. A lot of damage going on to the face of the Tracer. Urel splits off to clear mid. Camp is pushing. I think if you're red team, you just go and do top boss now, or you try to take mid or something. I like this. I want to see this engage. And boss is mostly cleared. It's only going to get one tower here. A little bit of chip damage onto that mid fort. I think maybe they could have rotated and done it a little bit quicker. Team's going in, getting a nice stun. Simeon sieging up. Most of the blue team at half HP, but white man will fix that quite quickly. Rainer and the boys gonna go do their mid-siege camp. Excuse me. While blue team, Protection Fire, are gonna head over and start this next objective, the third objective here. This will be their third objective win if they're able to cap this. It's a 45-second cap this time around. Rel is top, but heading down, camp pushing mid lane for the red team. Blue is going to have to do something about that or lose the mid building. Let's see. Throw again on to the Anubarak. Ooh, nice stun there. But holy mana from the white man. He's going to be able to heal everybody up. Divine Reckoning absolutely feeding him the blue stuff right now. And red comes over. Let's take a look at this team fight. Big wave in the bot lane for the red team. Again, red team just has to play slow. Let your DPS poke here. Zone everybody out. This is much better from the red team. Protect your hammer. Try to... Yep. Have big wave prio bottom. You have time. Throw onto the Urel. No need to panic, though. Blaze looking to stun the backline. Is going to have to bunker. They're still playing, though, in the damage of the hammer. Now they're starting to get a little bit split. Hammer has to back up. But the blue team is all at half HP. Red's going to be able to cap and then, or rather tap and come back. Right? He's got tap in one. And a big stun there. Not able to get that Ardent Defender off this time. Or, excuse me, they didn't even have it. They used it in the last team fight. So Garrosh just continuing to be a punishing hero for Surely We Scale to deal with. Huge wave here in the top lane, gonna have to be dealt with. Tie-dye tights says, I got it. So both forts should go down. Should be able to save the keep here, but mid fort, bottom fort, likely not going to be sticking around much longer for Surely We Scale. This is a scary spot to be if you're a hammer. Yeah, this is... Oh my gosh, what a save. Oh, he throws him over the wall. He could have just killed him. Little bit of a misclick there. Yeah, Blaze is the right level 7. So top keep will stay up. Bottom keep should stay up as well. Level 20s are almost here, but holy cow, look at that damage. Pina Colada is still standing in the range of the hammer. Both teams with some strong level 20s. Now both bosses are on the map and available. Let's see if blue decides to go in and fight for this. Odin is down. Tychus showed to kill a wall. Ulysses trying not to pop this. Does get taunted now and not going to be able to get off the Ardent Defender. And Rainer now heads bottom to start this. And I think he's able to basically solo this, right? Let's see what level 20 is going to be.
More of our soldiers have been taken prisoner. Let's take them back.
Don't let it reset 3 times. 3 times is the full reset. Yeah, Rainer almost able to do this all by himself. And blue team is going to try running down, but it'll be too little too late. Consolation prize here for red. The nice thing about this is really, this does nothing. Like the keep is gone anyway. So you might as well at least...
Get him out of there.
Well, I don't even know what you do here. Get your camp out and wait for Uriel to come back. This probably won't even get the keep. This, if it gets the keep, doesn't end anyway, so it's kind of like a whatever. And Anduin is caught here. But so is Peanut. I mean, Peanut's Narnia right now. Look at the attack speed and damage here from the Sergeant Hammer. Bam, 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 bam. "24 seconds left for Protector's Fire." Tychus able to skirt away. And this is what I want to see. This is now blue or red team finally has set up a added an objective early. And now there is no way in hell the Blaze or anybody else should be able to push onto this objective into this hammer. This is actually going to get a full keep here. So this is huge now for the red team. Yeah, that's fine. No, they gave up their positioning. Why? Why? I hate it. I hate it. Oh, Uriel never had to back for this. Oh, that's disappointing to me. But it's still fine. If they just play it slow, they're just going to be fine. The taunt already. The throw onto Anubarak. And that is the Anubarak into Garrosh experience there. I mean, just such a tough matchup for him. And, I mean, this doesn't really end. I don't think. They have to get bottom keep. So blue team gets the objective. They're going to look to try to end. If they get a couple of kills, it might be doable. But they definitely need one more keep. It's too early in the Alterac map to end with just what they have here. Odin going to be putting in a lot of work here as far as siege goes. But Hammer is very effective at cleaning out this objective. So is Raynor. They have the tools to be able to do this. But ultimately, if this keep goes down, it's going to be a real uphill battle for the red team. They're going to have to fight for their lives here. And yeah, keep is going to go down. Odin going to make damn sure of that. And now red just needs to clear top. They need to clear mid as best they can. Pina Colada looking for some sort of engage here. Are we not epicenter? Oh no, we're epicenter. I'm surprised that didn't land. And yeah, I think they're going to be able to hang on to maybe 2 keep or 1 keep. I mean, it's a lot of damage. No, they lose all their keeps. The core is down to 15,000. That's going to heal up. But all the cavalry is slain. And the red team, well, you don't have to worry about the keeps anymore. I'm so bummed they backed and gave this away. I think this was just a free objective for them. You have your hammer here, your offlaner here, your tank just sitting there. As long as you don't get thrown, you're feeling really good about getting that objective. Why are they backing? Oh, mana, I suppose. So red team has to play relatively perfect here. From here on out, they're not going to be able to lose, you know, 2 or 3 people. Otherwise, they could just go end. No keeps here. This is a very scary boy. Bosses also end. That's up in 10 seconds. Bottom up in 8. They have to make sure they're keeping an eyes on boss. They're keeping eyes on the camp. They have to fix their waves. They just have so many more chores to do than normal. And it looks like, yeah, blue team is going to start heading down towards this bottom boss. And Urel going top right now is a bit of a mistake. You just see Tracer showing a wave. You know they're on bottom. They have to fight for this. No, no, no. You can't trade this. You can't trade these bosses. This ends. This ends. It literally just ends the game. That's a bit of a bummer to go, but yeah. Well, GG. Blue team should win this. You just take the boss to core, you own it, and call it a day. There's not much to do. No, they're not gonna do objective. Oh my god, they're doing objective. This ends. Team, friends, this ends. You end with this. It's like half the team wants to, but Blaze is like the contingency. Big camp here. I mean, now they get to run at the objective. Kinda. Which they don't really do a good job of. This is a very scary push. Oh, here comes taunt. Okay, dodge the taunt this time. That's good. They have to fight, though. Like, they have to wipe him here. And quickly. This will get cleared. That's a little bit scarier. Light Bomb doesn't connect. Garrosh the target. All the way in goes the Anubarak. The Urel in the backline as well. Simeon trying to catch up. Trying to do as much damage as they can. But he can only hit what's in front of him. Sanger getting thrown. Going to be able to live. Blue team just trying to survive right now. And they do a good job at that. Cavalry going to be pushing from left to right here. The objective is surely going to end this game. I don't see how there's any way that the objective doesn't end. But after that huge team fight, the only thing not used there was the Odin. I mean, they're just killing. They're just farming Anubarak. It's just... It's such a tough matchup for the Anubarak. It's at that point, like, it doesn't come down to skill. It doesn't come down to button pushing. Like, it's just so difficult for your tank to play into this. Core now at 7,000 damage left to go, and that will do it. GG's. Protector's Fire win. Where's the core? 2-0. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty. I got super distracted, sorry. Leading the way in damage was the Hammer. I mean, 2-0. Look at how much damage they did. Such a strong hero and played quite well. The team just didn't look super comfortable playing with it. Leading the way in damage for the blue team, there was the Tychus. Tracer with 5 kills as well. 11 total. It was 11-2. Thank you, Duke. Appreciate that. Blaze actually getting eclipsed by the Tychus this game in the off lane. The Urel there. Not a lot of damage, but certainly a lot of soak and a lot of siege collected for their team. A great game. I have like a minute or two to yak if they want to send somebody over. Let's see. Godbrand hopped into the server. Okay. Let's see. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the cast.
Absolutely. I gotta update the map winner there. So, we started out on Infernal Shrines. You didn't get to pick either of the maps tonight. Is that normally your guys' strategy? Is this a new season thing, or?
We I think we favor first pick. They pick the second. They like map pick, so I think it just works out for us. They like maps. We like first pick. So
Gotcha. I've always
gentleman's
been
agreement of some sort.
sure. I've always been under the impression that I always liked map pick because I always like my offlaner to kind of have last dibs. But I think this season with so many really strong first pick heroes and a lot of heroes that are a little overtuned right now, I more so also leaning towards first pick. But we ended up going to Infernal Shrines, and luckily I don't have to talk too much about the comps because you may have noticed you ran similar things in game 1 and 2.
Yeah, they were close.
So I'm curious then, when you guys are scrimming, are these all the same bands? Are these all the same heroes? Kind of what's that dynamic like? Are you trying new things and like this is what they haven't seen before, or what's the strategy kind of going into that?
It's true. So I think that Memes Ed and I carry have like a very similar tank pool, except for Stitches, and everyone that plays Stitches is a bad person. But
You're not wrong.
so I think that plays off of each other a little bit. Hogger's really strong for both of our teams. Junkrat's really strong for both of our teams. So I think we see a lot of the same bands in games that we play or scrims we play against each other. So
Sure. Well, I mean, you guys really ran that comp into the ground and played it really well. I mean, I joked about it quite a bit, but I think for a Nubrak, it's so hard for an Nubrak to play into a Garrosh, and I think you really saw that on display, especially that last game where, if he dives in and misses, it's like, well, shit, now what? Well, I'm thrown over my shoulder. There's the follow-up CC there. You guys just look like a very cohesive unit, shot calling. I don't know whoever does that for you guys, but they obviously did a very good job of calling the targets there. You guys just looked like a really solid group of individuals.
thank you. I think we were doing a pretty good job of like layering CC with like throws, tackles, blaze tackles, and taunts.
Yep. Yeah, everybody played really well together. I mean, Tracer played Tracer. That I was surprised not to see that
Surprise.
band. Yeah, I was surprised not to see that band, and then they let it through a second time, and I thought, oh boy. But very effective, and it was just a great series. It was it was a little bit one-sided, but I think both teams really had an opportunity to kind of come back if a team fight goes just a little bit different way. This is a huge division, so kind of excited to see where all these teams land. Because there's a very diverse pool of both teams and players and styles in B East, B West, just because of the nature of how large the division is. So, congratulations, you guys. If you got any shoutouts or anything to say, the floor is yours.
Sure. So number one, shout out to all the casters. Casting is what makes NGS feel great. I love being cast. I love that so many people want to do it. It makes it really feel like an actual league and not just like some people playing some games together. So thank you for casting.
Sure.
Shout outs to our subs. We had to dig deep. We had 2 people couldn't make it like super last minute. The sound took apart his computer and then was gonna have it ready, and then something came up. So
did he cast last night?
Yeah, so I think he
geez.
saw his cast. He was like, something's up with it, so he wanted to fix that, and so he's still putting that together. So hopefully he has it by next practice. But we got Tracer in, and he hasn't. I don't think he's played in like a year, so he warmed the buttons up real quick. So that was nice.
Nice.
Also, shout outs to Protectors of Shakaris, our sister team. They have a game tonight. I haven't checked the results yet because I was a little busy last hour. So
Sure.
we'll see how they're doing. But yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome. Well, congrats again. I'm sure we'll see you guys in the future, and good luck with the season.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot, and thanks for the cast.
Yep, take care. All right, that's going to do it for me. I might do a replay cast later tonight. Let's see how I'm feeling. But congratulations again to Protectors of Aiur. 2-0 win over Surely We Scale in this Division B East matchup. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight and supporting NGS and these teams. Let's see if we have anybody to throw it over to. I don't believe so. Yeah, Leon's already done casting. So that match is over. That'll do. 2-0 for POS. Okay. Nice. So good for the Discord. I'm gonna go watch a scrim. So that's it for me. Have a wonderful night. Be good to each other. We'll see you in the Nexus. Take care.